Okay, so back to making more videos about the bug out bag. That thing back there, yep, it's real. We're on our way to the camper shack, and well, we're going to talk about I believe it's the third section, which is clothing and warmth. That's what's in that bag to keep me warm when I'm done hiking or if the weather changes and stuff like that. Now, before we do that, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification if YouTube decides to let you that, hey, he's made a video and I can watch it and you can say, yeah, I've seen that video. All right, let's go. Okay, so we're back at the camping shed or the camping shack or whatever we're going to call it today. And today we're going to be talking about clothing and warmth. Basically, the clothes that we might take with us in case there is inclement weather, our clothes get wet and we want to dry them out or something to that effect. And those are actually kept in the bottom of this bag. The reason I do that is because it's one of the very last things that I'm ever going to want to get my hands at, and I don't want to have to go digging around for other stuff that it might be on top of. So we're going to do a little time lapse and get those out of here. Ta-da! Okay, let's go inside and take a good look at what's inside this little package. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the bag itself. The bag itself is actually information. It's made by Packet. It's also made by, it's made by Eagle Creek, and it's in the Packet series. This actually was 3 bags that all came in one. This is the largest one. There was a smaller one, but I use those for other camping things, so we're not going to worry about those. I'll leave a link below for everything that we talk about that I can actually go back and find for you, and that way you can go check it out if you want to. All right, so if we open this sucker up, let's go ahead and just unzip this little zipperoonie, and we just fold this back. The first thing we're going to find is we're just going to find ourselves a little hat there. I mean, someday I may not have this one. You know, maybe I need to have an extra hat just in case. You know, because you never know. You never know. It might be, you might have lost it. It might have been a windstorm. It could have been anything. Then your hat might disappear. So you might need a little bit of a hat there. You know. The next thing I have in here is a set of gloves. These are lightweight tactical gloves. They are they're made by Pig, I believe, yeah, Pig, P-I-G. And I really like these because they offer a solid non-stick grip, but they are lightweight. These are not meant to keep your hands warm, but they, you know, obviously put something on your hand. You're going to have an insulative process, but they're lightweight. They go on, and they really fit real well. I like the fact that they have tugs on them so you can hang things, and they're literally just fit your hands really, really well. So if you have to do something like this, then you're going to be golden. But if not, you still have these gloves that are that have that non-slip grip on the sides here where the grip matters, and then they also have the leather portion right here. The gloves, they're just kind of top notch, guys. I don't remember how much I paid for them, but like I said, I'll put a link below and you'll be able to see what those things are. So we're going to set them over here. All right, the next thing is we're going to get one of these little bad boys right here, and I can't remember the exact name of these things. These are designed for hikers. You can put them around your neck. I'll put something in the description that says the name of these or its nickname. And I use this instead of a beanie because beanies are great, but why have a beanie when I can have one of these? I can literally just throw it. I can wear it around my neck to keep my neck warm, or I can wear it like this to keep my face warm. I can just close the whole thing up, so it really does fit really well in lots of different situations. And if you want to, yeah, that's right. Wow, full head of hair for an old guy. It's kind of weird. You can literally just throw it on like this, flip it over like that, and now you got a beanie, however you like to wear it. Let's make that pretty for a second. We're going to need to do a little bit editing here just so you can see what I'm talking about, because I'm definitely putting a hat back on. Whoop! Boop. Hey, and we're back in the hat mode. Okay, the next thing I'm going to have inside of here is actually this is actually issued by the military, but you can buy them. Honestly, I can't remember the name of it. You can wear it as you can use it as a towel. You can wrap it around your neck so you look GQ in the field. A shamag maybe. I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically just a giant piece of cloth. That's really all it is. What is this? What's it say on here? It says neckerchief, man's, cotton, knitted. It's got a number on it. It's made of cotton. It's a 25. So this is actually a very, very large piece of cloth. What the hell? Let's unfold it. Let's show you how big it is. There you go. Now we can pretend we're like desert warriors and stupid stuff like that, or whatever it is. But you could like wrap this. You could do all sorts of crazy stuff with this. But the bottom line is it's a great neck wrap if you need one. If you're in the desert, they're great. You can moisten them up, wrap them around, and stuff it in your shirt. It's going to keep your neck in the back of your head cool. This is just an all-out great little device here. I'll fold this up before I show you everything. All right, let's see the next thing. A sewing kit, guys. $1.25 at Walmart, nothing to it. I'll see if I can't find you something comparable so that you know where to get it and how to get it and all this other stuff. And yeah, if you're going to have clothes, you're going to need to be able to sew them up. And yeah, I know they come in smaller containers and smaller kits. I used to have one that was literally just like this plastic foldy vinyl thing that I carried in the military. But this is what I could find at Walmart because things have changed. So a sewing kit. The next thing is going to be an undergarment to keep me warm. This particular one is made by Under Armour. I like this one because I like the color and I like the fabric. And let's see, this one is it doesn't say what it is. Cold Gear. Under Armour Cold Gear. Like I said, I'll find a link for it someplace in here. I don't think you'll be able to see it in that one, but we'll fold this up. Put it on there. You should always have at least one warming layer regardless of season because hypothermia can come in on you pretty quickly, and you're going to need to be able to control your temperature. All right, let's see here. What's the next thing I've got in here? What do we got here? Another warming layer. It's just a little bit lighter. This one is actually made by Copperfit. It's a little bit thinner than the first one that I just showed you. And the reason I have more than one warming layer is because if you are wearing a warming layer and you sweat through it, regardless of its wicking capability, it will still keep you warm, but you must have an emergency warming layer. Also, this kit is mostly set up for spring and summer and maybe early into fall because it's not heavy at all, but having more than one layer is always smart. All right, what do we got here? The next thing that I have inside here is another shirt, a wicking shirt, a short sleeve wicking shirt. This one is made by Under Armour. There you go. I'm gonna throw it out there like that. That's what it looks like. I love synthetic wicking materials. I'm not a fan of cotton unless I'm lounging around the house. You know, basically cotton kills is the simple rule. So anything that's going to wick my sweat away from me is something that I'm going to definitely want to have on my body. So we'll give this a quick fold right here, and we'll set that to the side. All right. So this is these are my socks right here. These are actually made by damn, who makes these? These are actually I can't remember the name of the company that makes these. But anyway, so I can't read that. Something like that. But anyway, listen, here's the key thing. These are not socks that I'm going to hike around in. These are socks for in the evening so that I can like let my feet dry out and then put on a warm pair of socks before I get in that bag. Depending on the time of year, I'm definitely going to want to think of this. These are like my sleeping socks. They keep me comfortable. My feet are not going to sweat that much in them, and they're just really, really soft. Guys, you should know what I'm talking about. This sounds a little girly, a little soft, but I tell you what, you're lounging around and you're just sitting in your shelter and you want to relax, you want your feet to be warm, and these do the job. The next thing I've got in here is what I told you, one of those smaller bags that came with the original one. So obviously the medium one is not here. And this is the one that I keep my little stuff in. And I'm not a real fan of compartmentalized stuff because it just adds weight. But these things weigh nothing at all, guys. They weigh nothing at all. All right, so this is where we start to get into the more survival type stuff like this. Okay, so what do we got here? We got some undies, guys. We got some undies. These are actually made for hiking. And these are ex officio, okay? And these are made for hikers. Why? They make them specifically for men, and they make them specifically for women. If I'm going to be trekking through the woods and doing, doing some got to get home in 3 days type stuff, I need something that is going to support me. And these things do the job. They're also made of wicking material, so you're not going to get the crazy funk that you really would if you were running around in your whitey tighties. Or tighty whities. One of those two is right. All right, so the next thing I've got here is wool socks. And these socks, I can't remember who makes these. These are some of the best wool socks on the planet. Where are we at? Darn Toughs. And the reason is in the hiking industry, these guys are pretty much the industry standard. These guys are the leaders, because these are 100% wool socks. They're modern wool, so they're not going to itch you. They're not going to chafe. They're not going to hold water. If they do get wet, they're going to retain some heat. These are just solid socks. And basically, I have 2 pair that I keep inside of my bug out bag because obviously, I want to be able to dry one out while I hike in the other, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to have 2 pairs of those things. All right. All right. So the last thing that's actually inside of this little kit are these liners. Now, sometimes, and some people are prone to blisters. Okay. Some people are heavily prone to blisters. And what you can actually buy is you can buy sock liners. These are made by Fox River. I do not think these are cheap, but I don't remember, so I will have to put them in the description so you guys can figure out what you want to do. Now, sock liners can be a game changer if you are prone to blisters and you know that you're going to be carrying weight or you know that you have to go a specific distance. These things weigh almost nothing. You put them on before you put your socks on, and they basically stop all of the friction inside of the sock and your foot from happening. They're like a buffer. They're not padding. They're designed of a fabric that keep the friction, the heat that blisters cause from happening on your foot. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this all up real quick, and then we'll do some final thoughts. Okay, so what do we got? We've got our ball cap. We have our heavy warming layer, and remember, this is summer, so this isn't like a parka jacket or anything. This is just something that's going to keep you warm. It's like the thickness of a sweater, but it's in wicking material. We've got our lighter warming layer right here. It's just a little bit thinner than this. You can interchange these. It doesn't matter. You can wear them on top of each other. It doesn't matter. We've got our lightweight tactical working gloves right there. We've got our is this a shamag? I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know. I'll put the name someplace. And then we've got our neck gaiter that we can turn into a hat or a beanie or whatever we want. We've got our light wicking shirts, so we can swap our shirts out that we'll obviously be wearing one. We'd be able to put that on. We've got our socks to sleep in, very important. We've got our sewing kit so we can repair any damaged clothing that we have. And then we have our fancy underwear that will keep us from, it's gonna do good things. And then we've got our 100% modern wool socks, and then we've actually got our Fox River blister socks, our sock liners. Obviously, we've got the small bag, and then on top of all of that, we've got the Eagle Creek bag. Obviously, it comes in a system. I'll get you guys a link, and then we can go from there. All right, guys. So, with all that said, hopefully this answers your question about what is inside of my bugout bag as far as warmth and clothing. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you think I'm doing something wrong, put them in the comments. Everybody's opinion is appreciated, regardless of if I disagree with you. And that's okay, because that's why we call it discourse. All right, guys. Also, remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. It really does help out. And if you'd like to support the channel, you know how to do that. So until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. A sewing kit. $1.20. Whoa! That's going in the bloopers. Okay, and a sewing kit.